Hello my fellow book addicts, Megan here, and time for another book review. Today I'm going to be talking about Trial by Fire by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I don't know why I was blanking out right there. And this is book 2 in the Raised by Wolves series. So there's not much I can say without giving spoilers, but I will say we pick up a little bit after we left off in the last book. Bryn is now the alpha of what is known as the Cedar Ridge Pack. You know, all those little maid wolves from the first book? She's now their alpha. She's also the alpha of Lake, Devon, Chase, and Mitch, and Allie is technically part of her pack too. So she's kind of a weird alpha. She is human and female, which is unheard of in this little werewolf world. And she also has the most females in her pack, like, ever. Females are extremely rare, because in order for them to, you know, survive pregnancy, they need to be part of a set of twins, one of which has to be a male. And, you know, up until the rabbit from the last book found out, there is no way for a human to really be turned without dying. So, yeah, female wolves are extremely rare. So the fact that half of Bryn's pack are females is huge. And the other alphas, you know, excluding Colum, are pissed at her for, you know, snatching these females out from under them, so to speak, and killing the only wolf who knows the secret of turning humans into wares. So she's made quite a few enemies. So there's really not much I can say without giving spoilers. So I highly suggest you click away now and come back after you read the book. So we start the book off. The high school-aged wolves, aka Maddie, Lake, Devon, and Bryn, are in school. They're about to have Thanksgiving break, and they're all really excited. And it's the night of the full moon, so everyone's got to change and go on a huge pack run, and it's going to be a huge thing. And we start off, apparently they are getting a new girl in the middle of the semester. You know, they usually don't think too much of it, except she kind of seems like a threat. Bryn doesn't know why, but she feels like this girl is a danger. And being a human growing up in a pack of wares, she has learned, like really learned, to listen to her gut. Because, you know, your instincts are usually right. Don't doubt what your gut is telling you. So, other than that, she doesn't think too much of it. She just, you know, thinking, I'm gonna avoid this girl. So that night, her and her pack go on a run, and she has a horrible dream. This random guy is in her dream, and he basically is burning her alive. And she actually feels it. Like, she feels the pain, and she wakes up, and her skin is like a little red and all that, and that's extremely odd. And he actually pops up in her dreams a few times. And each time, you know, it's extremely painful, and she actually sees some physical evidence of this burning. And, you know, because her life totally isn't crazy enough, this random wolf from Shay's pack, nonetheless, shows up on her doorstep half dead, with, like, a big shard of silver stuck in him, keeping him from changing. And if Bryn had been the one to answer the door, the scent of her human scent probably would have driven this Chase kid into, like, bloodlust, and he could have killed her. So, you know, this could have also been considered, like, an assassination attempt. Thankfully, it was Devon who answered and took care of the whole silver issue. And they find out that this kid's name is Lucas, and he's basically Shay's punching bag. And apparently Lucas was given up to this group of humans who had been torturing him for a while. And we find out that that group of humans is actually the family of this new girl who we met in the first chapter. And her name is Caroline, I can't remember which off the top of my head. It's part of her family, and we find out her family has these gifts. They are called psychics, and each of them has their own gifts. Like, Caroline is like the perfect hunter. She has no scent. You can't hear her coming unless she wills it. She has impeccable aim. Like, she can't miss when she throws a knife or shoots a gun. So she's the perfect hunter, which is why Brynn was feeling like this threat from her. And it's freaky for the wolves because they can't smell her. And yeah, this coven is extremely scary, and they hate werewolves. They want Lucas back because they get off on torturing him, I guess. And Allie gets really involved in what is going on as well, because apparently she was part of a coven when she was young. She has no psychic ability at all, but her mother was an empath. So she was part of her mother's coven until eventually they abandoned her. So she knows a lot about psychics, and technically Brynn would count as a psychic because her ability, her resilience, that kind of counts as a psychic ability. So this coven wants Lucas back. Shay is trying to get Lucas back too. And Brynn is stuck between a rock and a hard place. She can't fully deny Lucas from Shay because Lucas is his wolf. And she can't exactly just claim him without, you know, starting all sorts of drama and possibly even war. And a wolf cannot transfer into another pack without, you know, both alphas' permission. The former pack that the wolf is from and the pack they are transferring to. And there's no way Shay's gotta give permission for Lucas to transfer unless he gets something in return. And chances are good that something's gonna be a female werewolf. And no way in hell is Brynn gonna give up one of her wolves to Shay of all people. And the psychics want Lucas back because they want their torture toy back. And if they don't get him back within a week, they will attack Brynn's pack. And this, we just find out this is a huge plot for Shay to get female wearers into his pack. And it's a really well-laid trap too. Like, holy crap. She's stuck between werewolf politics and the psychic coven attacking them. Shay's like, yeah, you know, I'll be happy to help you with that psychic problem, but I want to, but you know, he wants something in return. And Brynn's like, hell no. Not happening. And eventually, you know, they make a little wager. They make a deal. They pick a game or a challenge or something, and the stakes are either if Brynn wins, she gets Lucas, but if Shay wins, he gets a wolf. And at first he wants Devin, but then she's like, no. And then he wants Lake, and Lake is like, do it. Take the challenge. And Brynn knows Lake is like extremely good at hustling pool. So Brynn, after a huge inner struggle, is like, okay. And immediately after this like deal is struck, Devin's like, I'm transferring over if he wins. I'm not letting Lake go over there alone, especially with Shay. And Brynn totally agrees. She's like, if she loses, I want you to go with her. Just so she has someone who will have her back. Because Shay is an evil son of a bitch. So that's what happens, and thankfully, Lucas is now going to be part of Cedar Ridge. Unfortunately, the psychics are coming, and they got a ward fight. Thankfully, hallelujah, they win, because we have a lot of resilient wolves, and she sends like the younger ones away so they'll be safe. There are some casualties. One college-age kid who was part of Brynn's pack is killed. They actually managed to kill the leader of the coven, who was an empath, and surprise, surprise, Allie's mother. Allie is the one who actually pulls the trigger, and we find out that Allie and Caroline are sisters. Brynn actually managed to piece together why this coven hates werewolves so much. Apparently, the former leader of the coven was murdered, and he was married to Allie's mother, and yeah, he was killed by a werewolf, and the mother was using her empath, her like ability to influence everyone's emotion to make them really despise werewolves. So that explains the deep-seated hate for werewolves in this coven. But once she was killed, that was broken, and everyone else in the coven is like, I'm done. Nope, we have nothing against you. It was her. We feel bad. They do feel really bad, but thankfully they don't want to fight. And once everyone recovers, you know, they're gonna go on a run and basically, I don't want to say celebrate, but try and, like, move past this death and all the crap that they've gone through. And, you know, use this chance to make Lucas a member of the Cedar Ridge Pack. Unfortunately, Lucas doesn't exactly want to be ruled again. After Shay and the humans were using him as a punching bag, he's like, he even said earlier in the book, at the end of this, I'm either going to be dead or I'm going to be free. And, you know, we think at first free means free of Shay and free of the humans, but he means he doesn't want to be ruled by an alpha. So, the moment he becomes a member of the Cedar Ridge Pack, he challenges Brynn to the right of being an alpha. And since, you know, she's not a wolf, this doesn't exactly go in her favor. Thankfully, Brynn is extremely clever. She uses her power of alpha to make Lucas submit. She basically orders him to stand down and to sleep forever. So basically she forces him to die with this pack bond of hers. So she wins, and she feels horrible because there's nothing she could have done to, you know, save Lucas in the end. And it's even worse because Maddie, you know, had a thing with Lucas. She liked him. She saw a lot of herself in him. And they had a thing for a little while. And near the end, she approaches Brynn and is like, I need to go. I don't hate you now. I know it's not your fault. It was all Lucas's fault of what happened. I know there was nothing else you could have done except, you know, die. But I'm afraid that if I'm forced to stay here, I will grow to hate you, and I don't want that. So she needs to be let go and become a lone wolf for a while. And Brynn is like, you know, if you do this, I can't protect you. The pack can't protect you. You'll be a lone wolf, and any of the other alphas could snatch you up. But Maddie is determined to go, and Brynn doesn't want to force her to stay. So she cuts ties with her. So this is really hurting Brynn. She's lost 2 pack members, and she had to force someone to die. And she actually wants to turn into a wolf, because she's like, all sorts of this could have been avoided if I was stronger. She can't defend herself, and she doesn't want to rely on her pack all the time to have her back and to fight her battles for her. So, you know, she actually asks Colin to, you know, attack and turn her, because he's the only one she really trusts to be able to do that fully. And he kind of refuses her. He's like, it's not time for this yet. You still have some human time, Brynn. There are still so many things you need to do as a human. But when those things have passed, I will gladly do this for you. So that's really how we end the book. It was pretty damn sad. And I hope the next book is a little better. Like, I like this book. I liked it a lot. But I hope there's a little more happiness in the next book, because my feels, they hurt so much. So yeah, that is really it for this little book review, and I hope to see you guys next time. Keep on reading, my fellow book addicts. Keep on reading.